A few days ago, I was looking for a Megaminx Commutators tutorial to solve corner permutation on YouTube, but I couldn't really find one that was any good. So I decided to make my own. Commutators are an intuitive way of solving corner permutation without any algorithms. Although every CP case does have a good algorithm, there's 15 CP cases and it can be a little bit daunting to learn all of them all at once, so it's easier to just use commutators and eventually switch over to algs. Before learning commutators, I highly recommend that you learn how to do this finger trick with a thumb D prime and D push. This makes it a lot easier to do commutators from home grip instead of rotating or doing really awkward finger tricks like this. So the way a commutator works is you're essentially taking out a corner, like this one, using R prime, D prime, R, and now that's here. Then you find where this goes. So this is the blue-orange piece. So that goes right here between the blue and orange edges. Then you move this slot over to here, and then you undo the three moves that you just did. So we do R prime, D instead of D prime, then R. Now you'll notice that that takes out another corner, and now that's here. So next we need to find where this corner goes. It's orange-green, so it goes between these two edges. We move that slot over, and then we insert this while taking out this corner. So we just took out the black-pink corner, and that goes over here. So then I'll move this over, and then we just keep repeating. We have to alternate doing the commutator and its inverse using D prime and D. So here I just did a D, so on the next one I'll do a D prime. This is pink-green, it goes here. We insert here using D prime, and then we just took out this blue-black, so that goes over here, and then we insert, and that solves CP. This will work for any CP case. For example, this one, we take out this corner, we put it into here, then this goes to here, and this corner goes back to the start. There's also a couple cases where you're not going to hit every single corner with one cycle, so in these cases then you'll have to do two cycles. For example, we start here, so we take this corner out, it goes over here, insert that. Now it takes out the pink-black, which goes back to the start, and now both of these are solved, but we haven't touched these two. So what we need to do is basically start a new cycle by just picking one of these corners and then starting here again. So we take that out, then that goes to here, and then this goes back to our second starting position, and that solves the CP. So that's pretty much how Megaminx commutators work. They're fairly intuitive and they're very easy to learn. The hardest part is probably going to be getting used to this finger trick because it can be tricky at first and it'll take a lot of practice to get used to doing that. Like I said at the beginning of this video, it's better to switch from commutators to actual algorithms because they're a lot faster, and learning these algorithms will save a lot of time in the long run. But if you're just learning for look less layer, then commutators are great because it means that you can slowly start implementing algs without having to learn all 15 CPs.